Can our speakers sit right here, please? And we're going to begin in just a couple of minutes.
I can't tell you. It's a very, very, very nice class. I didn't notice it until where's he from? He's a kid. He has his own magazine and no one reads. He just makes it in InDesign and puts it online as a PDF. Just like, how's it going? Good. Yeah, I don't notice it. Yeah, maybe it's too much on the house. I was born, you know, this is sort of strange. But yeah. Yeah, maybe a pop too, dude. Everybody'd see it.
He was over there at one point. Fedora.
You must work out. Where the wind goes through, it's a medium.
If everyone could take a seat, we're about ready to get started. There are other chairs for those of you over here. They're available on this side, my right and your left. Okay, it's my pleasure to introduce the Sandag Chair and also the Mayor of the City of Encinitas, Catherine Blakespear.
And thank you so much for joining us today. It's really exciting to see all of you here. I would like to recognize, before we begin, some of the elected officials who have joined us today. My name is Catherine Blakespear. I serve as mayor in the city of Encinitas, and I'm the chair of SANDAG, the San Diego Association of Governments. I'm also honored to be here with our vice chair and our second vice chair. So Mayor Todd Gloria is the vice chair, and the second vice chair is Mayor Gonzalez Solis, who's over there. Thank you. We also have with us our supervisor and MTS chair, Nathan Fletcher. And we have MTS board members, Councilmember Monica Montgomery Stepp. There she is. And we have Councilmember Jill Galvez. Hello, Jill. We have Councilmember George Gastill. And we have Council President Pro Tem Stephen Whitmer. We also have San Diego City Council Member Joe LaCava and UCSD Chancellor Pradeep Khosla. So before we begin the speaking portion today, I would like to ask you to your etude for the presentation of the colors. So color guard, please present the colors. Thank you to MU3 Taylor Johns from Navy Regional Southwest for performing the national anthem, and to the Mine Warfare Training Center Color Guard from Naval Base Point Beaumont for joining us today.
Bravo!
Thank you for your enthusiasm over there. I like it. You're welcome to take a seat. So this afternoon, we are gathered here at the future VA Medical Center Trolley Station. So let's give a big round of applause for that. That's really exciting. So this right here is one of 9 new stations that will extend the UC San Diego Blue Line Trolley 11 miles north to the university community. As you can see, construction for this site is nearly complete. This milestone takes us one step closer to delivering this critical transportation improvement for the San Diego region. When the Mid-Coast extension of UC San Diego Blue Line Trolley is completed later this year, it will have a transformative impact on our regional transportation network. This is a significant step toward realizing the vision for SANDAG's 2021 regional plan, which aims to address traffic congestion, social equity, and state and federal mandates to create a balanced transportation system that will serve our region for generations to come. The result will be a transportation system that is faster, fairer, and cleaner than ever before. I'll say that again because I love that. It's faster, fairer, and cleaner. It's a great summary of what our new plan is. We look forward to realizing our vision alongside our great partners, including those who are with us today, MTS, Caltrans, UC San Diego, and the VA San Diego healthcare system. It's an honor to be here today with these partners who helped bring this very station to life. Once completed, this station will provide veterans, patients, and medical staff with a new convenient transit option for accessing the VA Medical Center. But that's not all that makes this station so special. This station features several unique design elements that honor one of our region's most deserving communities, the veterans of the United States military. On behalf of Sandag, I would like to extend my appreciation to Chair of the MTS Board of Directors, Supervisor Nathan Fletcher, for making this meaningful station a reality. His vision to design something that was extra special, something that would pay tribute to those who have served, was instrumental to this historic project. Thank you. And now I'm going to introduce it. So San Diego County Supervisor Nathan Fletcher will provide remarks.
Thank you, Mayor Blakespear and Chair Sandak. You know, it's just wonderful to see people again. It is wonderful to be back out and be able to go to things. And you know, it's appropriate in this era where we're reopening and we're moving forward to literally signify our region moving forward with an extension of transit in. And we know transit connects us. We know it brings us together. It does it efficiently. It does it safely. It does it in an environmentally sustainable way, and the opening of this line, which is coming, is a great testament to so much early work and planning that's been done. I want to thank Captain Blakespear as Chair of Sandag. I want to thank Hassan and the team at Sandag. You know, as MTS and Sandag, we have a partnership, and we have an alignment to come together, strategic planning and building, and funding and engineering, and then the operation, the day-to-day moving of the folks that are there. And MTS and Sandag have never been closer or moving forward in a better direction. And I think what we're doing here today really signifies that partnership. And so I'm grateful to everyone there. I also want to thank our friends at the VA. I come to the VA. This is where I get my health care. I have an incredible experience every time I come to the VA. I get world-class care from world-class providers who care deeply about our veterans. And I value what they do. My only complaint with the VA station is it's hard to get here. And so we're going to take that complaint away now, because now we're going to have a dedicated transit line to bring us right here. And I appreciate them. I appreciate Chancellor Pradeep Khosla. Throughout COVID, we depended upon UC San Diego Health and everything they did, an important part of our community, and we're grateful. Chancellor and of course Mayor, every day we're working on so many issues, our city and county, and it just really is a wonderful day for us to be here today. I think this is a proud day for our region, as we not only talk about the opening of what's coming, but today we recognize the intertwined nature of our military, our veteran community in San Diego, and what it means. It is a part of who we are as a region. It's a part of our culture. It is a part of our community. And now we have a transit center and transit stop dedicated to recognizing those who serve and everyone who did that. I want to pay a special thank you to Congressman Scott Peters, who has been instrumental in so much of the work on the Blue Line to get the funding and get that done. I want to say a special thank you to our MTS board members who are here, our vice chair, Alejandro Centella Solis, Councilmember Whitburn, Councilmembers Montgomery, Stepp, Galvez, Sankey, Gassel, and of course the mayor. I appreciate all of you from MTS for being here. And as a veteran, it was really important, I thought, that we do something here to really recognize and call out the service of those. And, you know, it's been mentioned, I'll tell you the story real quick. When I joined the MTS board, I got a presentation of what the station was designed to look like. And at that point, I mean, the cake was baked, it was done. And it was just stark gray everywhere, flat gray. No symbols, no nothing. And I said, my gosh, why is that what we're doing there? I said, well, someone at the VA said that's how they want it. And I said, well, let's call the VA. So I called Jessica Chamberlain, who's here, And I called Dr. Smith and I said, did y'all really say that? And they're like, no, we didn't say that. So then we said, well, let's get to work redesigning it. They said, well, we can't redesign it. We don't have time. I said, man, we put a man on the moon 50 years ago and brought it back. We can redesign the Trolley stop. And we did. And I want to thank Manuel and the whole team of Osina Architects, because we came in and said we want to honor our veterans, and even in subtle ways, the colors that you see represented there are representative of the different branches and the uniforms that they serve. You'll see the inlays, key words, honor, courage, commitment. Somewhere along there, I promise you, it says Semper Fidelis. We got Semper Paratus for the Coast Guard. We got them, we're recognizing them all. But the steel markings on the entryways, the flags, the emblems that we're going to unveil, I think this is an incredible testament to recognize how much the military and our veteran community means. More than 15,000 active duty service members who transition out of active duty service every single year. More than half of them want to stay here in San Diego. Almost 250,000 veterans here in San Diego County. About 13% of the population. We know how much it means to us in San Diego to have a trolley stop, to recognize that. Those coming here to the VA for care and help means a lot to me, to my family. It means a lot to the next generation. My son, who's presently deployed to the Marine Corps, hopefully one day will utilize this trolley stop when he comes to get care here at the VA. And so I just want to thank everyone, the MTS staff, the SANDAG staff, the VA staff, everyone who's been involved in getting us here and where we had to go. It is truly a wonderful thing and something that will be here for a long time. So congratulations to everyone involved. And lastly, I'll tell you that next week we're going to have our first test trolley on the tracks. June 29th, we'll be running some tests. We're going to have some other stations that we'll be unveiling and moving forward, but we're building towards that day this fall when we open them on, which is going to be a tremendous asset. So thank you everyone for all of the hard work that goes into this, and we're really looking forward to seeing what comes ahead. And with that, it's my pleasure to introduce my friend, a great leader in our community, and a great leader who's worked on this for many, many years, was on the MTS board, on the CDAC board, continues to be engaged. Years of work and planning from a lot of folks have brought us where we are today. Mayor Gloria, we appreciate everything you did with them. Good welcome to the Mayor of San Diego.
Thank you, Nathan. Thank you for that introduction. Good afternoon, everybody. You know it's about infrastructure, I'm showing up. And I'm delighted to be here to dedicate this latest addition to the infrastructure of this region and of our great city. I'm proud to be here as the mayor of the city of San Diego. I want to acknowledge Councilor Trolley, who's District 4 and District 1. He well represents this community, as well as other members of our city council who are present. We're fortunate to have this multi-million-dollar investment in our city, and to have the VA in our city, medical center. Not every city gets to have a VA medical center. We're one of the fortunate ones. This investment really shows that we're here. We're grateful for that. I want to give some more words to my friend Nathan Fletcher, because as was mentioned, and I've been involved in this project for some time. It goes back even further. I was a congressional aide many years ago trying to hustle some federal money for this project. Here we are many years later, now I'm the mayor, and we're finally getting this done. Shows you nothing worth doing is quick or easy, but this is definitely worth doing. But to come in and to take this opportunity to make this more special than it was intended to be. It would have been a missed opportunity to not acknowledge the veterans who will utilize the station more than anybody else. Will ride to this station and then walk up the hill to get world-class health care right here in our world-class city. It would have been a missed opportunity to not make that connection. And I think it would have been an abuse of our history as a city. We are a proud military town. Forever and always we will be that. And so to take this opportunity, this public investment, and to try and stitch together our connection with our military, with our veterans, with their families, that was an important thing to do. So Nathan, thank you for making that actually happen. It was further along the process, but as he mentioned, we can do it. And it's that can-do attitude I want us to keep in mind as we think about the days going forward. Because when I think about this station, is I think about the fact that we will be doing right by our veterans to get their health care here. A lot of folks who drive here to get their health care. It's not just about this station. That very same veteran, he or she who comes here to get their health care, I want them to stay on this line and go up a little bit further to the UCSD station to get a world-class education at the University of California, San Diego. Thank you, buddy. I want them to stay on the train to go up further and to go the triangle to the job center of our region, where there's so many good paying jobs and let you live in a city as expensive as San Diego. This is a jobs train, everybody. Let's be extremely clear. And the fact that we recognize and understand that many of our veterans are too often marginalized. They're overrepresented in our homeless population, overrepresented in our unemployed population. We have to make sure that the full benefit of this line to healthcare, to education, to jobs is what this project is about. That's why I'm here today. That's why I've been a vocal supporter of the Big Coast extension for a very long time. And that's why I'm very excited that coming this November, you will have a one-seat ride from the U.S.-Mexican border all the way up here to the VA Medical Center, to the Job Center, the Golden Triangle, to world-class education. That's what San Diego can do, everybody. We should be doing a lot more than that. That's where I want to end. Because as I mentioned, this is an opportunity for veterans to get all of these wonderful things of our region. Let's be honest, there's too many parts of our community that it's still too difficult to reach by transit. There's too many parts of our community from where biking is taking your life in your hands. You don't need more patience around here, right? We want to keep folks safe when they're going about walking or bicycling in our community. We recognize that the 5 freeway will continue to be congested. We have an opportunity later this year to pass a regional transportation plan that says that this is not the last rail station in the city. It's the beginning of a new resurgence of transit into this community. So it doesn't matter what veteran there is, or student, or worker, or immigrant, whoever it may be, that they will have an opportunity to access a world-class transportation system that works for them, that maintains our quality of life, that provides for jobs, that stimulates our economy, and moves our region forward. Are you all in favor of that? Chair Blake, Chair, second Vice Chair, support us the lead, the board of Sandak, and I will be bringing that vision to you all later this year. And I hope that you all will support it. You know, I believe passionately that we're a big city. And I'm always proud to point out to people that I'm the nation's first Native American, Filipino, Puerto Rican, Dutch mayor. The way that happens is the military, right? All 4 of my grandparents came to our beautiful San Diego region because of what the opportunities that this community provided. As I already mentioned, we will always be a proud military town. But the ability to attract more people like my grandparents, folks who wore the uniform, who helped build the weapons that are necessary to keep our country safe, the people who come to this community, whether or not we can keep them, or if we send them somewhere else to benefit from them, that's a decision that we'll have in our hands in the days, weeks, and months ahead. So I ask us to accept, to make sure that we do everything we can to keep these patriots, this human capital, these folks who are incredible parts of our community, and we don't let somewhere else benefit from them. And when they discharge here, whether it's at Camp Middleton or at 32nd Street, Point Loma, wherever the case may be, that they will continue to stay in this community and contribute to this community and make San Diego a better place to live. And I think that starts by making sure that every single person that gets a D2 for a team sees a future here, sees healthcare here, sees education here, sees a job here. That's what you're a part of today. I hope you remember this day for many, many years to come, and that you'll continue to look for ways to make sure that we continue to live out what we've been in this community for a very long time. A proud military town that is known all around the world, and a community that's brightest days are still ahead if we're willing to fight for it. I'm willing to fight for it. I believe our quality of life is worth it, and I know that our veterans, our service members, our families are worth fighting for. Thank you all so much for being here today. With that, I get the great privilege to introduce my friend. You know, we have some good elected leadership here. We got some folks here, some folks up here, people who are, I think, contributing to leadership. But we also have some people in really key positions of heading our agency. I think Sharon Cooney, the head of NCS, Masana Crowder, head of Sandak, Dr. Smith here at the VA, and then this next gentleman who's not new in his position, but by God, he's been a breath of fresh air, and someone who shares my vision of a big, world-class region where we can do big and important things. He's the Chancellor of the University of California at San Diego. He's a strong voice for equity in this community. He's someone I consider to be a friend. Please put your hands together for the Chancellor of UCSD, Rodney Pilsner.
Thank you, Mayor Gloria. Good afternoon, and welcome everybody. It is a great honor to be here today to celebrate the opening of the station. This station, of course, has great significance. I think it's a landmark. As Ed Fletcher was saying, it recognizes the contributions of our veterans. Most importantly, it gives them easy access to world-class healthcare. World-class healthcare right at the Medical Center. And I can tell you, I drive down this road a lot every day, and I always see or veterans having difficulty getting access to this facility, whether it's traffic or people talking or whatever. But this is really amazing. This is the right thing to be doing. I'm so glad that we in San Diego are doing it. I'm so glad that we in San Diego are so important playing this. Let me also recognize a very strong collaboration we have with VA. For many, many years, many decades, we have a strong collaboration. Thank you, Dr. Smith, for supporting this. We have physicians that we share, we have scientists that we share. They provide specialty care, not just to veterans, but also to the general population, the non-veterans. They do research on issues that are very significant to veterans, like cognition and memory issues, like PTSD, like aging issues that we all share with the population. Clearly, we're able to bring the best breed in our world-class research and impact the VA and its goals. So thank you again, Dr. Smith. Your leadership is really crucial for this collaboration. There's very few places that have deep collaboration between non-feds and feds. I think the VA is one of the places, especially here, where we have a very strong collaboration. This station is N-150. Right after this is the UC San Diego station. And this line opens up not just access for our veterans to the VA, also opens up access for the broader community to UC San Diego. So I'm hoping that no longer when I go out there, people will say, you are this deepest institution in the Mesa. I want my institution, our institution, to both be part of this community, to be owned by this community, and to be really acknowledged by this community. And I think we are on our way there. As Mayor Gloria said, from San Diego here, literally 55 minutes of rate changes. We will have students that will be able to take the train, come to not only our campus, but also come to Trolley School. Also access to our hospital, we will stop after that. So I cannot tell you how deeply this station connects us and how important this is to us. It also fulfills our vision of being a destination campus for art, entertainment, and culture, in addition to education and healthcare for all of San Diego. And this is where I think David Fletcher, Gloria, and I, and others will all share this vision. So Sam, thank you, sir, for your collaboration, and everybody else. This could not be done without you. All I did was just sit down and watch and make a sign on the papers. They told me where to sign and when, and I just did it. And somehow we still have our property, still working well. So thank you, everybody. Congratulations. And let me now hand this over to Dr. Smith, who is the director for the VA Medical Center, a leader and a real great collaborator.
Good afternoon, and thank you for being here today, and thank you for having me here. I am incredibly excited by what this event represents. A major step forward in the VA San Diego Medical Center, with the trolley station now opening to serve and connect all San Diegans. But I'm especially excited because it honors our nation's veterans, both by memorializing their branches and services for all riders to appreciate, and by providing an extremely fast and convenient way for many of the approximately 250,000 veterans that live in San Diego County, and whom we serve. Many of whom depend on public transit to access the care and services that they earn every day. I truly think the stop will make countless veterans' lives much easier. And I greatly appreciate Supervisor Fletcher and Sandy's vision and effort to make this a reality. I want to thank Chancellor both of his remarks too. It's not an accident that the VA is open. We are going to be celebrating our 50th anniversary next year. But even before that, there was an effort that went on to co-locate the VA with, at that time, the very basic just being planned to schedule campus. And it's been the growth of the schoolhouse and the growth of the services that are offered by UCSB that have really just the growth of the VA, their quality, our quality, and like the our quality. That's a great care that they provide as well. We are still the closest hospital to the medical school, even with the opening of the Jacobs Technical Center. But as I said, this stop will not only serve veterans, it will also serve thousands of VA and UCSD employees and students and give them an incredibly convenient way to incorporate mass transit into their commutes from all around the county. That has the benefits of simply freeing up their personal time, but also helping to solve our much larger regional just a wonderful addition to the entire San Diego community. So again, I want to thank Lakesview, Mayor Gloria, Supervisor Fletcher for their efforts in putting this together and making it happen. It is just incredible. Our next speaker is Ron Stark. Ron is an overachiever, and maybe many of you. Ron is the affiliate of Los Systems, also is the chair of our community board, as well as the chair of the San Diego Veterans Coalition. Ron and the coalition have been serving San Diego veterans for many, many years. Please welcome.
What a great day. Before me to talk about landmarks, we're in the military, half of these are landmarks throughout our career. And there were a lot of great landmarks from San Diego County. My love that was some days when I was there. After retiring 20 years and 23 days from the United States Navy Submarine Service, I found there's another landmark that I need to get acquainted with, and that would be the San Diego VA Healthcare and the Medical Center here, the great work they do. I never had a bad experience. I know that we work together. The city made much of my career from the chancellor's interns that come over and do work here, and a lot of research projects that I've been involved in with them along the way. And it is a great day for veterans, but I want to tell you, it's also a great day for the spouses, families, friends, and caregivers that accompany them to their care here. This is going to make it an easy track to get here. All you have to do is follow the wires. Get on the trolley and follow the wires. You're here. I mean, what could be easier for care? I do appreciate the folks here that led the way, and as we were talking on the 1VA several years ago, it's the right thing to do, and it would have been an easier thing not to do the right thing, but I'm glad we chose the harder path and got it here. Appreciate your work, Raven, Bob, and Dr. Smith and Janice here, and Sandag for making this a reality. So with that, and on behalf of the 150 plus organizations that coordinate and integrate with the San Diego Veterans Coalition, it is a great day, and I thank you for being here. And I'm going to turn this back over to Chair Blakespeare. So walk us out of here.
Well, thank you very much. You know, everybody has said it today, but it's really worth recognizing that this is truly transformational. It's not incremental. And there are a lot of things that happen that are incremental, and those are really important too. But when we're able to do a project like this that will affect millions of trips, the people who come here, as was just mentioned, not just the patients, but the family members, the caregivers, the trips that aren't taken because they're too logistically difficult or they're too expensive, or the entire day or week that has to be planned around making the trip. This will completely change that. And it's so important that we recognize that, because in government, it can be hard to do things. There are always reasons to say no, or roadblocks that end up with things being diverted. But this project has happened, and it's just really remarkable. So I'm so glad that you all have joined me here today, and that our elected leaders and our medical leaders and veteran leaders are here with us, because it always takes all of us doing our part in order to get something like this over the finish line. And as the chair of Sandag, I'm so proud that we have this. We have 9 new stops over 11 miles. This is the Mid-Coast project. Thank you. Yes. $2.1 billion, and it's on time and on budget. And that is worth saying again. $2.1 billion on time and on budget. 11 miles mine station. I mean, this is really important. And we're all here today to recognize it, to recognize the importance of this station and its proximity. And I just really want to thank you all for being part of that. So again, just to recognize, we have Supervisor Fletcher, Mayor Gloria, Chancellor Kosla, Dr. Smith, and Mr. Stark, who all joined us today with their speaking remarks to unveil this VA Medical Center trolley station. And I also would like to recognize the really important hardworking staff that do all the work. Because in the end, we don't do all the work. but we recognize that a lot of people do. So I want to recognize MTS Chief Executive Officer, Sharon Cooney. Thank you, Sharon. We have MTS Chief Operating Officer, Wayne Terry. Caltrans North County Corridor Director, Alan Passo. And last but not least, we have our esteemed Sandag Executive Director, Hassan Ikrada. And then we have so many thousands of crew and staff that have also done so much work to bring this to fruition. So let's give them a big round of applause. So now I'd like to invite the speakers to join me over here to stand in your very specific spot under a very specific flag. And then we will pull down this blue curtain right here and it will be unveiled. And then we'd like to invite the other elected officials to come across too and stand with us for some photos. So with that, we're going to do So come on over, if you are a dignitary, come on over, we'll take a picture with everybody. And others. You're a dignitary, please.
Let's try not to cover the seals if we can.
How are you?